One thing I just wanted to make a quick video because one thing on YouTube that I can't really find a lot of or anything is how to make a homemade trailer. There's a lot of videos on trailer setup and you know, all different kinds of attachments and racks that you can get and things that you can purchase or order online and customize your trailer, and that's all great. But I was really looking for how to make a homemade trailer. Obviously not the trailer itself, but how to make your own attachments and trimmer racks and different racks for different things, and how to set it up from scratch, buying stuff at Home Depot, Lowe's, ordering online or whatever. So this is just kind of a quick video about that. This is my trailer, 5x10. You know, it's a little small. The length is good, but you know, I know most trailers, the minimum guys have like at least 6 foot wide, 6x10 or 6x8, so on and so forth. But I have to back this thing into my 2-car garage. I live in a townhouse, so I can't keep this parked on the street. There's strict guidelines in my HOA. Plus, it keeps it safe from the weather and secure. I don't have to worry about that, having an enclosed trailer or anything, or unloading my equipment every day off of the trailer and putting it in the garage. I just backed this whole trailer into the garage. So took a couple times to get used to it, but I'm pretty good at backing this trailer up now. And so 2-car garage, we have a lot of stuff in the garage, so on either side. But so 2-car allows me to park this 5x10 trailer right in the middle of the 2-car garage and still be able to get around it. You know, the kids can get their bikes and different stuff like that out of the way. I have different stuff on, you know, some other equipment and tools on one side that I can get to. So it works out perfectly. If it was 6x10, there would be just one more foot less of room on either side, or 6 inches all the way around that I would have less to work with. So, you know, 5x10, it does the trick. It fits what I need. You know, I got a 48-inch Toro walk behind belt drive. Just got a Velke last week. Put that on. That's been a lifesaver because I've been getting some big yards, and you know, when I'm on my 6th or 7th one or whatever for the day, it's, you know, my dogs are barking. So it's definitely good to have this to stand on and just zip around full speed, 6 point whatever miles an hour this thing goes up to on the smoother yards where I can just go back and forth. So that's really good. The 48-inch deck obviously helps me cut down my swipes significantly. Some of the smaller yards that I have, it seems a little big, but you know, so it just takes me 10 minutes to walk back and forth real quick. Or even now, I'm so used to the Velke, I can just fly through a small yard on that also and get it done in 5 minutes, you know. But I got to be careful. You know, got some big tires. This thing weighs about 600 plus pounds. So on the wet, muddy days, I gotta be careful with this and you know, take it nice and easy and slow, so I don't muddy up some of the smaller yards. But the turf is pretty thick, so I don't really have to worry about it being too muddy in most houses. There's usually just a few spots I gotta look out for. But anyway, I got my little push mower Husqvarna. You know, nothing too fancy either. 21 inch. This is what I used to mow my own yard when I had my own house and I had my own grass to cut. So I still keep that around. I use it for a couple of yards, but not really, you know, that much. You know, one big thing, you know, trailers are always evolving. You do what you got to do as you get more equipment or different yards and things. So you just accumulate stuff and change things. For the longest time this year, I had this push mower in the back of the trailer here, and I had the Toro all the way up to the front of the trailer, just because I thought that was the best way to transport everything. And you know, I had the Toro strapped up to, you know, strapped up to this right here. It was strapped to the floor, but it was pushing up against that, and I thought that gave it the right leverage to keep it nice and secure. But what happened was I hardly used the push mower, so every single yard I got to, I unloaded my push mower and put it off to the side for no reason, and you know, just to get to my big mower. So now I just reversed the setup. You know, you still have the same hooks here. These are the hooks right here, one here and one on the other side, that I strapped these straps to. So now that one's just there for whatever. And then the one up there, I just used this little bungee here. You just take this bungee and just, you know, attach it over there in the corner to the other hook. Down by the wheel, you can hardly see it, but down by the wheel, hook it, and that just keeps it, you know, from rolling around. You know, every now and again on a real bouncy day, it'll bounce a little bit and it'll be kind of crooked like this, and I just gotta fix it. No big deal. It's not going anywhere. That's the point. In my trailer, and I see I got my little gas can over there. I just tuck it in there. It stays nice and safe. It's easy to get to. Still got lots of space in here if I need to put any other equipment, like I'll put a chainsaw down in here. Somebody wants, you know, every now and again I got someone wants me to cut down a big bush or something, or a small dogwood tree. So I got room for other stuff in here. Put some garbage cans in here if I need to. A lot of that stuff I just put in my trailer, you see, in my truck. See, I got a wheelbarrow, a spreader, and just miscellaneous stuff, garbage can, things like that I might need on the go. But so anyway, I got these interesting hooks right here. What you do is you drill a hole in the floorboard there on both sides or wherever you need it, and there's a bolt on the back side, and you bolt these together, and what happens is, sorry guys. So what you do here is this actually comes unscrewed, and you can just take it off. So if you're not using your mower, like say come in the fall when I'm collecting leaves, or in the spring when I'm doing a lot of mulch spreading, now these hooks won't be in the way. Before, like the hooks up in the corner, you know, these hooks kind of are pain, but I put them up in the corner like that on purpose so that they wouldn't really be in the way. But sometimes you still jab it with your pitchfork or your shovel when you're trying to scoop the mulch. But anyway, this hook is super long, but you unscrew it, and here it just stays perfectly fine, and it's completely flush with the floor. So now, and actually it came with these little plastic screw caps that are in my toolbox that you just screw into this hole that are also flat, but that keeps from any debris or anything going down in here. But it's hollow all the way through anyway. You can see the ground through that hole, not in the camera, but you can. But it'll keep it from getting clogged up with any dirt, leaves, mulch, or whatever you might have in here, with the little plastic screw cap that goes on there when you're not using this. And then you just, so it's pretty nifty. I found it at either Home Depot or Lowe's, one of the two. Just happened to find it. So, and you just screw that back in all the way down, and you're good to go. That's why I got these sides on here. I just got some plywood, put these sides on. Real cheesy, nothing fancy. You know, got these U-bolts and stuff. Got some little wood supports just to keep it somewhat stable. I mean, it's not supporting anything, so it doesn't need to be that stable, honestly. The only purpose why I have these sides was so that, you know, the mesh sides are cool, but one, I couldn't find the right configuration trailer I wanted with mesh sides, and the mesh sides only come up to probably about here, you know, so this gives me a lot more depth. So now I can fill this up with a lot more mulch. If you look, you see all the, you know, how high the mulch came up to on the sides. You see all the stains, the brown, the black dye mulch that I would be hauling in here. So, you know, here's more. You know, so you see, if I had a mesh side, it would be real close in some spots. The mulch would be spilling over on the sides and everything. So it just makes me feel better to be able to put a few yards at a time of mulch in here. And then I can do the same thing in the fall with leaves. I can pack a lot of leaves in here and take care of a couple of yards, you know, at one shot before I have to go to the dump and drop it off. So that saves me time and obviously money. But that's the only real reason why I got these sides on here. Otherwise, there's no need for the sides. But a lot of my customers, you know, there's a lot of mulch that they need and want, and leaf removal in the fall, and debris to be removed in the spring, you know, cutting down trees and lots of limbs and stuff. Instead of shoving it in the back of my truck or having a dump truck like some guys have, you know, I just make it work with this trailer. But anyway, last couple quick things that I'm the most proud of, things that I tried to research a lot of, was, you know, your own racks. You know, I got a trimmer rack and a blower rack. So no one really post anything about that on YouTube. There's really no videos other than the racks that you can purchase from various popular brands, which are all cool and everything, but I wanted to save my money and, you know, have a little fun making my own. So you see I just got some 2x4s here. Well, one 2x4 cut in half, and I found these interesting gate bar holders. This is supposed to be for a gate. You know, the bar just kind of comes down, you know, and a swinging gate comes down and keeps it locked in there. So I figured these will do just fine for what normally is welded onto the metal versions of these. So I got one here, one there, and you see everything holds in there perfectly fine. I got a little clever with locking mechanism here, you know, the steel string trimmer. By the way, this is FS90, you know, it's pretty sweet, it's nice, it's powerful enough. I take the head of the trimmer off and I put my hedge trimmer head on there, on the end of it, and it's just zip right on through hedges, and then put the string trimmer back on. I'm good to go. So I just got one tool instead of getting the attachment one, which is a little, in my opinion, less quality than just getting, you know, I got myself a solid trimmer, and then I can use it for hedge trimming when I want to also. But anyway, the steel comes with this little whatever you want to call this little loop hook thing, so you can, it comes with a shoulder strap, and this was installed like way down here somewhere. I think it was actually right here, so that you can hook a shoulder strap to it, and then you can hold on to this to steer and balance, and then the weight of the trimmer is on your shoulder strap. So like if you were gonna swap out the string head for brush cutters or anything like that, that makes it a little bit heavier, or even I've used it for the hedge trimmers. You know, sometimes if I'm trimming like a lot of low hedges, you know, those hedge trimmers are heavy and they're way out at the end, which puts a lot of extra weight down here. So having a shoulder strap, you know, actually helped counterbalance out the weight, so there wasn't so much strain on your biceps and your forearms trying to balance everything. But I don't even use a strap anymore. I just got over it, got stronger, whatever. You just man up, that's just how it goes. So what I did was, plus I needed it for this anyway, is really the real answer.